Let's go!
To Roger Goodell and your supporters alike, this review is for those who enjoy brutal violence and graphic material, so you'd better turn your head before this gets too ugly for you. For everyone else, are you ready for some pigskin? Let's go back, way back in history, to the 7th century, back when pillaging and destroying villages was a way of life. But historians maintain that when the well of invasion and terrorizing women and children had run dry, and barbarians across the land had nothing to do after they dominated another territory, they decided to blow off some steam with a little bit of backyard football. Or in this case, Jerry Glanville's Pigskin Footbrawl. Originally developed as Pigskin 621 AD by Bally Midway for the Motorola 68000 arcade system.
Ow. Let's kick some butt.
This game sets the tone for subsequent sports games for the Sega Genesis, full of cartoon violence such as the Mutant League collection of video games that spoofed hockey and football. So just what is football missing nowadays? I know, how about trapdoors, trees in the middle of the field, and swords and axes just waiting to be swung at your adversaries? A kickoff begins each game, and you must march towards your opponent's end zone through a field littered with painful obstacles, and up to 6 opposing teammates that will go to great lengths to make sure that, number 1, they get the ball, and number 2, you'll be beaten to a bloody pulp or even disemboweled by a concealed axe, sword, or noose in the process. Now that's entertainment. You'll notice that you're in control of the guy with the most armor. He acts as sort of the quarterback and can take control of the ball at any time with the touch of a button should your team have possession and should that pass be completed. Pigskin Footbrawl is a zany, sometimes disorienting punt, pass, and kick arcade pigskin classic that will have you laughing as much as you are trying to fool your opponent with tactical changes at the touch of a button. That's right, as disorganized and barbaric as the 7th century depiction of America's most popular sport may look, there is a certain element of strategy you must employ to keep your opponent guessing on both sides of the ball. On defense, man-to-man will spread your secondary out, and get ball will make your team swarm around anyone who dares to carry the rock. Block and scatter are self-explanatory on offense, but what both defense and offense have are the option to turn your players loose with bad attitude, encouraging pile-ups, and murder. Retain possession of the football for an extended period of time, and once you cross the goal line, you'll be rewarded with an extra point, essential in those close game situations. Yes, folks, this is the way video games were meant to be. What's more, if you're too far behind late in the game, you get a little help from your secret weapon, a crazed and violent troll who is far more powerful than the puny and unsuspecting human opponents that have pushed you around. Jerry Glanville's Pigskin Footbrawl becomes more and more fun each time you play it and get the hang of the flow of the game that is rather confusing at first, but once you realize you control one guy and the team basically revolves around you, it's a race to the goal line each and every time. The artwork and humor is so typically 90s, the banner-toting fans are hilariously enthusiastic, and I'd have to say that this might be the most fun I've ever had with a football game. After all, it was created by the same folks who developed the building-bashing masterpiece, Rampage. It's what the young Madden enthusiasts out there are missing out on. What's it called again? Oh, that's right! Fun!
Get the ball!